Okay, we're now standing over our dovetail jig. It has been clamped to the table and it's used with our DeWalt router with a dovetail cutter in there. That is incredibly sharp. Be very, very careful. So, what we do is we take our longer piece that's been cut for you and we put it into the side. It will go until it hits this pin in here. Another piece goes on the right hand side just to help us clamp it into position. We take our smaller piece the correct way around and we bring it up inside of this area and we just nip it in the correct sort of position. We then bring this one down so it's flush against here, and when it is in correct position and it's over there as far as we can, again we clamp this one down. Now don't all clamp all from the left because it will turn it sideways. You've got to do a little bit on this side and a little bit on this side to make sure it's pushing evenly down onto this wood. Test it to make sure that it's firmly held. If it's not, this will move it and you'll ruin your work. At this stage we fill the top there to check that's flush, and it is. If it's not, we can loosen this off a bit and make sure that it is. Once you're completely happy, again we're going to tighten these down, tighten left and right simultaneously, checking that distance there is about even to make sure we're going to hold it correctly. You'll notice I'm using a nice piece of hardwood. That will be give a much nicer effect. Okay, with our wood now clamped in position, we're ready to take a first pass. What we need to do is to create basically a little rebate so that the wood doesn't break out when we come in to do our individual combs. We're going to roughly follow the boss there is going to follow those top portions, but it can be quite difficult to see that you are following correctly. So this piece of wood has been set up just so you know that we're in the right sort of location. Of absolute importance is that you do not go past this point at the end, so the circular base cannot go past the end of the jig. If you do, it's very easy to come further and actually damage the jig, and it won't last very long at all. So with it all in now position, I'm ready to keep my lead out of the way. What you do is you take a pass. Now it can be good sometimes to get your head down low so you can see what's going on. Obviously you need to wear goggles when you're doing that. I'm going to do this first cut looking from above. See there that I stopped as I was just about to break past the end of the jig, turn it off, wait for the blade to stop and then come around. You can see there that it's a little bit wobbly where I'm not following absolute guide. I can do a second pass to true that up. Okay, and after we've finished routing, we can take our pieces out, and you should find that the male pins go into those sockets. It should be quite tight there. So what we can do, this is a hardwood, so it can be quite robust. We can just give it a bit of persuading with a mallet. And we can see that's gone in nice and flush. Obviously dovetail, very, very strong joints, because those wedge shapes actually wedges it in. And that's before you've done any gluing. Any PVA has been applied to that, it's still strong and at 90 degrees.